Our second session is about open access resources. For the overview of the topic, data and datasets, books, and articles, especially scholarly research publications, are examples of open access research materials that have been made freely available to the general public. Seasoned researchers know that finding resources does not always mean focusing on paid ones. This session will introduce users to open access resources that more often than not are overlooked in a literature search. To lead the discussion, we have Ms. Michelle Ann Manalo. Michelle Ann Manalo is a registered librarian and presently working at the University Library Diliman as a reference librarian and cataloger. She earned her bachelor's degree in library and information science at the University of the East in April 2015 and her master's degree in the same field in 2021. She's currently involved in projects concerning systems development and digitization and is a member of the Information Systems Implementation and Technical Support Committee and also serves as Public Relations Officer of the Asosasyon ng Aklatan at Sinupa ng Diliman. To talk about open access resources, please welcome Ms. Michelle Ann Manalo. Good afternoon, Ms.
So, can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. So, as Martian said, the topic for this session is about open access. So, let me just share my screen. Okay. Okay, so this 20-minute presentation will focus on open access content for your research. And this is our learning objectives. So first, to be familiar with open access resources carefully selected by the University Library, to learn how to look for additional sources of information for researchers other than subscribed ones, and to appreciate the value of free and open sources in research. So before we proceed to the discussion, let me just set my timer para naman malaman ko kung nag-exceed na ba ako sa time. Okay. So, to define open access is free, immediate, online availability of research resources with full reuse rights. So, by free of most copyright and licensing restrictions, it means that any user is allowed to read, download, copy, distribute, and print articles, to launch a search in these articles, to create a link to the full text of these articles, to compile them for indexing, to convert them into data for software processing, and to use them for any legal purpose without financial, legal, or technical barriers other than those of access to the internet itself. So, previously, may mga questions pa tayo dun sa local resources when it comes to access. Pero dito sa i-discuss kong mga databases or mga websites, you do not have to worry because all you have to have is an internet connection para ma-access nyo yung mga websites or databases. Okay, so the only constraint to reproducing and disseminating the literature and the only role of copyright in this area should be to give authors the means to control the integrity of their work and the right to be mentioned and cited. So, very important po yung citation natin, yung pag-acknowledge natin sa mga authors or creators. So, I just want to point out na rin na open access is not the same as public domain, because public domain or PD works are not protected by copyright, while most open access authors or creators do retain their copyrights. Also, open access is different from open source or open license in that the primary use of open access materials, as I've said, will be viewing or reading, while open source materials are available for modification of the underlying software or text. So for example, if you know Linux, Linux is an open source operating system, while Sage Open, for example, or BMJ Open, if you're familiar, these are all open access journals. Now, what open access actually is? If an article is open access, it means that it can be freely accessed by anyone in the world using an internet connection. This means that the potential readership of open access articles is far greater than that for articles where the full text is restricted to subscribers. It is also important to point out that open access does not affect peer review. Okay, articles are peer reviewed and published in journals in the normal way. There is no suggestion that authors should use repositories instead of journals, and open access repositories supplement and do not replace journals. Lastly, some authors have feared that wider availability will increase plagiarism. In fact, if anything, open access serves to reduce plagiarism. When material is freely available, the chance that plagiarism is recognized and exposed is that much higher. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Next, why is open access important? Open access is important to make papers freely available online, which provides you with the most current peer-reviewed information and discoveries. And as a researcher, publishing in an open access journal allows anyone with an interest in your work to read it. And that translates into increased usage and impact. So, hindi kayo kailangan matakot sa open access, no? Because open access can give a wider platform for your research. Okay. So next, I will show you how to access the open access databases that are selected by the library staff to provide additional sources of information for researchers. So let me just share another screen. Punta tayo sa main library website. Okay, I hope you can see the main library website, no? So you just have to type mainlib.upd.edu.ph to visit our official website, and then look for the search tab. And then under search tab, you will see the open access page, okay? So let me repeat, mainlib.upd.edu.ph, look for the search tab. Under that, you will find open access. So just click open access. Here you will see the different free databases or open access electronic journals and books that are evaluated and selected by the library staff. So since we have a limited time, let me just show a quick demo on two of these websites. So first we have Scilit or Scilit. Scilit database is a free, unique, and fast-growing indexing database of scientific and scholarly literature. It holds over 130 million works, including journal papers, books, book chapters, conference papers, preprints, and others, and more than 1.1 billion citations. So to visit Scilit, you just have to click Open Database. Then you will be redirected to this page. Since there is a newer version of Scilit, you just have to click this one. Okay. Then you will be redirected to this homepage. So as like most of the website, no, we have our basic search and our advanced search. So further down, you will see other description about the website. There. You can also view the rankings if you are interested in viewing the rankings of different journal and publishers. Scilit also generate this information. Okay, then if you want to search by publication, you can click here. If you want to search by sources, by publisher, by scholars or organization, you can use this button at the top portion of your screen. Okay, so let's go back to the basic search. For example, we are looking for Asian food. So obviously, all of the materials that you will be seeing here at Scilit is open access, meaning you have full text access to all of the articles or book chapters or ebook. No? So you have your results here and your filters at the left side of the screen. So you can filter it by publication date, by access. We have three types of access here. One is open access, free PDF, and preprint. So ano yung difference ng open access and free PDF? So free PDF is the PDF version of the article that is freely available independently of how that article was published. So meaning it could be a um, subscription article that is now available after an embargo period. And then when we say open access, these are articles that is published following the open access model. So if you are familiar with gold OA, green OA, bronze OA, and black OA. Okay, so those are some of the open access models. And then you can also set the publication year, the type, subject, source title, publisher, author, institute, country, territory, language, and others. So I will not be discussing more on this kasi katulad na rin naman siya ng mga previous databases or websites na na-discuss kanina sa, sa session ni Ms. Arce. Okay? So very similar naman siya. So let's try to click an article. So you have your complete information here, the title, the author, the abstract, and keywords and other references related to this specific article. You can click on those. And then here you have your citation button. There are several available citation formats here. You can just copy and paste all of these citation formats. And then if you want to share this particular article to your colleagues or your friends, you can copy the link from here. And of course, the most important part, if you want to download or to view the full text of this article, you can click this PDF version and kung ano yung available na method para sa inyo para makita natin yung full text version of this material. Okay? So for this specific article, we have a total of 18 pages. Okay, so ganun lang siya kasimple. Next, we have, let's try Open Research Library. So the Open Research Library is an aggregation of peer-reviewed open access scholarly monographs which is hosted on the BiblioBoard platform. So most of the resources that you will find in Open Research Library are books or ebooks. Okay. So kay Open Research Library, medyo iba naman yung interface na you can search by subject, okay, or by topic. So you have here several topics. You can click any of this if you are looking for materials under this category. For example, let's try social science. Here, so you have your results at the right side and then your filters at the left side. So you can search by category, by content type, publication year, language, publisher, and others. And then you also have here the different license types. So later I will discuss more on that. And then if you want to download this particular material, you can just click this icon. If you want to add this to your favorite, you can make an account here in Open Research Library. Just go to this icon menu and then sign in or create a profile, okay? Just to personalize your experience in searching in Open Research Library. And then if you want to read it online, you just have to click the read icon. Okay, so here is your ebook chapter. Okay, so let me just go to my slides again. So if you have time, just visit main library website, no, and explore the different open access databases from here. Okay. Next, let's go to there. I hope you can see my slides now. Okay, after discussing on the different open access databases available in our official website, here are some of the other open access sites that you can use on your research. So I think I will just copy and paste these websites at the chat box. Okay. And then from here, you can just click the clickable links. No? I think you cannot copy and paste the text from the Zoom chat box, but at least you can click the links provided. So you have Google Scholar, you have Directory of Open Access Journals or DOAJ, then Directory of Open Access Books for ebooks, Directory of Open Access Repository for repositories. If you are not sure where to find materials, you can use the Open Access Repository, Directory of Open Access Repository. And then you have Springer Open. This is a subscription database, but they also offer open access materials. While the open access, this is also a subscription database, but like Springer Open, they also have open access sources, and then HathiTrust Digital Library and Project Gutenberg. Okay. Now that you have learned how to search for open access resources and where to find them, it's also important to know about the different licenses that these works have. No, so yes, we have reuse rights, but not all of these materials can be used in any way we want. So let me just define Creative Commons. So Creative Commons is an internationally active non-profit organization that provides free licenses for creators to use when making their work available to the public. These licenses help the creator to give permission for others to use the work in advance under certain conditions. So when the creator releases their work under a license, members of the public know when what they can and what they cannot do with the work. This means that they only need to seek the creator's permission when they want to use the work in a way not permitted by the license. So the great thing is that all CC licenses allow works to be used for educational purposes. As a result, teachers and students can freely copy, share, and sometimes modify and remix a CC work without having to seek the permission of the creator. So CC or Creative Commons provides 6 core licenses that creators can use. While there are different CC licenses, all CC licenses include certain standard rights and obligations. So when you use any CC material, you must always attribute the creator of the work. You have to get permission from the creator to do anything that goes beyond the terms of the license. You have to keep any copyright notice attached to the work intact on all copies of the work and indicate and link to the license from any copies of the work. And where you make changes to the work, acknowledge the original work and indicate that changes have been made. So very important po yung attribution and citation, no? Okay. So along with the basic rights and obligations set out in each CC license, there are a set of optional license elements which can be added by the creator of the work. The creator can mix and match the elements to produce the CC license they want. This process is a simple and quick way for creators to indicate how they wish their work to be used. So each element has its own icon and abbreviation, making them easy to identify. There are a total of 4 standard license elements. First, you have the attribution, meaning you must credit the creator, the title, and the license the work is under. This is compulsory for all Creative Commons licenses. So, lagi po tayong magsa-cite, lagi po tayong mag-attribute ng author. Okay? Next, we have the non-commercial, meaning any use of the work must be for non-commercial purposes only. For example, file sharing, educational use, and film festivals are all allowed, but advertising and for-profit uses are not. Then we also have the non-derivatives, meaning the work can only be used exactly how it is. The work cannot be adapted or modified in any way. This means you will need to get extra permission if you want to remix the work, crop a photo, edit down text, or use a song in a film. Okay? And then lastly, we have the share alike. It means that any new work produced using this material must be made available under the same license as the original work. For example, if you remix a work under an attribution share alike license, you have to release the new work you create under an attribution share alike license. So please remember all of these elements in the Creative Commons licenses. You have attribution, DY, non-commercial, NC, non-derivatives, ND, and share alike or SA. Okay, so madali lang naman siyang tandaan. For attribution, you have to credit the author. For non-commercial, pwede kahit anong use, basta wag for commercial use. And then for non-derivatives, dapat walang changes na gagawin dun sa work. And then for share alike, if the work is a share alike license, ganun mo din dapat siya i-share yung work na ginawa mo. Okay? Lastly, I just want to show you some tips on how to find open access content. Here we have open access button and then Unpaywall. So these are two browser extension that you can install in your browsers. So let me just show you how to apply this Chrome extension. So here we have open access button. So first you have to download or to install the open access button browser extension in your computer. Just click this link. So let me just copy and paste this sites in the chat box so that you can also try. There. Okay, just click this link and then you will be redirected to this page. Since I already have the open access button in my browser, remove from Chrome yung nakalagay sa kanya. But if you do not have it yet, add to Chrome po yung makikita nyong button. And then you just have to click that. And then makikita nyo na si open access button sa inyong extensions. Okay? So here, I have open access button here. Okay? So these extensions can be used in Google Chrome only. And then once you have open access button, let's try. Okay, so mag-OT ako ng konti. So this is the last part of my discussion anyway. So we have here a subscription article. No? As you can see, if I click the get access button, kailangan ko mag-log in using an ID. So I don't have that. So let me just click the open access button extension. Let's just wait for it to load. And then kapag may available na OA version si article, re-redirect na niya kayo automatically doon sa full text version. So for this article, you have a total of 8 pages. So from here, pwede nyo na siyang ma-download o ma-read online. Okay? What if yung article na gusto nyo, wala siyang available na open access version, legal open access version ha? Because we have several sites din naman na hindi legal yung pagkuha nila or pag-harvest nila ng mga copies of articles and other resources. So here, for example, this is an article from Emerald Insight. We have a subscription to this one, but of course, we have the general public as our audience, so we want to give them other options. So for example, we will try open access button for this article. Tingnan natin kung merong available na legal open access version. Okay, so for this article, walang na-search si open access button na OA version, but there is a message here that the author can make this article available to everyone for free legally. All you need to do is log in and tell us how reading this research would help you. So kung very interested talaga kayo dito sa article na to and you want to get a copy, pwede nyong i-include dito or i-input dito yung email address nyo. And meron bang link na ipapadala sa mga email addresses nyo. And then magkukwento lang kayo kung bakit kailangan nyong magkaroon ng copy ng specific article na to. And then you just have to wait if magpo-provide si author ng copy for the general public. Okay? Next one is the Unpaywall browser extension. Okay, so this is also a Chrome extension. You just have to click the Add to Chrome button. And then kapag na-click nyo na siya, ganito yung makikita nyo. Parang meron siyang padlock na icon sa right side ng screen. Okay, so since I already have the Unpaywall extension in my computer, let's just try searching. So here, you can see the Unpaywall icon, meaning kapag green siya or yellow or gold, ibig sabihin meron siyang available na open access version. So let's just click this one. There. Same with open access button, you will be redirected to the full text version of the article. And then if the article does not have an open access version, makikita nyo agad itong icon is in gray. Okay? Gray yung color niya, meaning wala na na-search si Unpaywall na open access version for this article. So, I think mas madaling gamitin si Unpaywall, no? Pero konting click lang din naman and same naman sila ng pinakita ni open access button. For this Emerald Insight article, wala tayong legal open access version, and for this one, meron silang na-search na legal open access version. Okay? Okay, so I think let me just check my presentation, okay? Yeah, for the conclusion, remember that open access resources are additional information for your research. No, kailangan nyo pa rin mag-search sa ibang sites, no? Para naman mas marami kayong literature for your research. And then open access sites are not perfect, and always make it a habit to visit facts and terms of use. Kasi katulad nung nabanggit ko kanina, kapag may CC license yung mga materials, kapag open access version, copyrighted work pa rin sila. No? Hindi lang sila masyadong marami yung limitations, but may copyright pa rin po yung mga open access materials. Okay, so for questions, for concerns, just reach out to us via our email, our website, our social media platforms. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
Marshall?
thank you, Mitch, for that informative and comprehensive presentation regarding open access resources. I hope we can utilize these resources as these have been made freely available for us. They're just waiting for us. These resources may also supplement your library's current online subscription. So I think we could now proceed with our Q&A. Again, our Slido link is posted in our chat box. So if you have any questions, you may send it there. Okay, with that, let me just share my screen. Here. Okay. For our first question, is there any significant difference between open access resources and open educational resources, or OER?
Okay, so I'm not really sure about this one, but I guess they are very similar with each other, open access resources and open educational resources. Siguro, when we say open educational resources, ito yung mga suggested na ng mga faculty members natin, mga librarians, and other information professional.
Okay, for our next question and last, kahit sinong students pwede po bang mag-access ng open database, lalo na po sa mga kagaya ko na estudyanteng kumukuha ng Research 1 and 2.
Ayan. So, pwede po. For the general public, all you need to have is an internet connection, and itong mga open access materials nito or open access database can be accessed immediately. No, so wala kayong kailangan na login credentials or username and password para makakuha ng mga full text versions ng mga materials.
Okay, so another question, can we please have a list of all the open access resources discussed during the presentation? Thank you po.
Okay, so I think we will just send an email to all of the participants today. Kasi yung mga copy and paste ko kanina sa chat box, I believe hindi siya ma-paste, no? Maka-copy and paste. So yeah, include na lang namin si email, I guess. Right,
And we're
Marshall?
also live din naman sa Facebook, so they can go back to your presentation. So yeah, so pwede daw. Okay, so I think that's it for our, no, wait, sige, since we have time. Open access are meant to be open in use, but can a library curating this can also limit its usage to its community only?
I think wala naman pong limit itong mga nakalist sa aming website, yung mga curated and selected by the library staff. Pwede pong ma-access ng kahit sino, general public po, itong mga open access databases na ito.
Okay. So I think that's it for our, no, I'm sorry. Are those OERs can be considered as library collections, most especially in accreditation?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Can I ask help from the team if it can be considered as part of the library collection?
Anyone from the team?
Yeah, we have Puff. He raised his hand.
Hello, magandang hapon po sa lahat. Naging discussion yan nung circle ko nung minsan. No, maganda na isama din siya. It can be added, but make sure that it's a mix of subscriptions and open access or open educational resources. Yes, pwede.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you to.
nasa minimum standards din siya ni Ched.
Ayan, meron din from the Slido. Okay.
Can we add this to our LMS for educational purposes?
I think yes, open access resources can be added to different websites or LMS as long as check niyo po yung mga CC licenses, no, na nabanggit ko kanina.
Okay, so another question. Hello po, I just recently joined the Facebook Live and this might have been discussed earlier. Pero bakit po ba kailangan bayaran ang mga articles?
Kailangan ba? Okay. So I think this one is for the subscription journals. No? So pag sinabi natin subscription journals, meron talagang bayad yung mga articles. And there is also an open access model na nagre-require din ng EPC or article processing charge, pero hindi na yung public yung mag-shoulder ng fees para ma-access nila yung mga articles. So it's either the author or the institution na po yung mag-shoulder ng fees na ito kapag yung mga resources natin is published in open access databases or journals. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I think to supplement lang yung kaninang question, I think it was included already on Shed revised CMO. So thank you po. Okay, so do you have also list of open access database exclusive for media like videos and photos?
Ayan. So, I don't have a specific one in mind, pero pwede niyo pong gamitin yung pinesend ko kanina, which is the Directory of Open Access Repository. Kapag nag-search po kayo doon, pwede kayo maghanap ng mga open access sites according to country, according to type of material, according to subject. Yun, very useful po yung site na yun. Open Access Repository.
So I think that's it for the Q&A.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Mitch, for shedding light on that matter.